Ni hao ma, I'm returned again. I did a little more work on the danger sign, the danger tape, and now I'm just going to go ahead and start finishing this. I looked at a lot of this Mandarin art, a lot of Japanese art. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it looks nice. It kind of tells you a different story about the way things used to be, but there were brutal times. I mean, I'm sure the Chinese dynasties were brutal, and the Edo period was brutal, and the Aztec, Mayans, the sacrifices, the Moctezuma's revenge, and merry old England. We were all barbaric bastards, weren't we? We just were. There's just no way around it. But we guess we got moved on from such things. In some ways, I embrace the modern world, and in some other ways, I do not. Just putting in some dark patches there, so that when I add the darker colors, it won't matter that much. Okay, I need that. Yeah, so I can make it look like the blue is blending in. Try to make it seem like it's, broad paint strokes here. Yes, Bai Ling is an amazing thing. I'm still thinking when that one actress, Zhang Ziyi, who did Memoirs of a Geisha, and she had a character named Bai Ling. And I think it was the movie 2046. I'm not sure if it was a nod to Bai Ling or if Bai Ling was supposed to play the character and didn't get the part. That would have been bizarre. Who else could play Bai Ling than Bai Ling, Can't put another actress in front of that. That's ridiculous. But I think in the end, some directors are egotistical. They would say, well, I could get the actual person or someone who looks and sounds like the person could act like the act, but I'm an artist, so I gotta get somebody who seems like my interpretation of the actual person, so I'll get that. But 2046 is not a biopic, it just happens to have Bai Ling's name in there. I'm trying to see what I should be doing here. And I guess what I could do for her collar, because I have to put some sort of dark tint of something. But I don't want it to be black. Does that make sense? It's not easy doing this. I finally added the mole and a little bit of her cheekbone. I didn't put Bai Ling's mole in before. So now we have the mole. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is a collage. And for that one, I'll do a video tomorrow. I'm just going to walk through this very slowly. I am seriously looking at my lines here. I'm trying to think, where is everything at? Yeah, that's hard to do. Very hard to do. Just trying to see and pay attention to where everything is. But yeah, it's a matter of adding colored pencils and markers and blending them all in. With the colored pencils, it has a more watercolor look as opposed to just, using gradations and using the markers more. With the toon shading, I focused more on markers and then having the pencils take a back seat. With this, I focus on the colored pencils more so that the oriental look can have the style it needs to have. But like I said, this is the first time I'm actually doing this. Six minutes in, and what have I got? What have I got to show for it? So it's going to end up looking a little bit imperfect, but as long as Bai Ling likes it, my art's got to get better than this. Meaning I have to kind of really put more, not necessarily realism, but just a more professional look as time goes on here. I knew I didn't add something. It's like a simple outline here. I'm just looking for all the pencil colors I need. Sometimes it comes to me. If I can think of something, it's going to, if Bai Ling is going to look really good in that picture, then I'll draw it. Sometimes I may be uninspired. I think Asian women are probably the hottest chicks to look at, but it's hard to really date them. The problem, like a school like East Los Angeles College, is that you have a lot of Asian girls, but they're all like in that little Joy Luck club of, I don't want to talk to the Mexicans. And the Latinos, we're the same way. We don't want to talk to the Asians. So it's a really kind of, it's just the way it is. I really can't say it's good or bad. It's just how it is. There's we had segregation between blacks and whites in southern states, and when you get to modern times, segregation is a choice. It's not a force. It's a choice. It's like, I'm going to do this because I don't want to get to know the other people. I think since you're in this country, I think Bai Ling might have the right idea, is that, if you're in this country, just mingle. Just be whoever the hell you want to be with, And it is possible to be monogamous, but you shouldn't be monogamous with somebody because it's pragmatic. Oh, you like tea, I like tea. You like The Bachelor, I like The Bachelor. You like social justice warriors, I like social justice warriors. You play Pokemon Go, I play Pokemon Go. It's like, what is the point? And I see that I'm missing I gotta draw her hair right. If I don't draw her hair right, I'm not gonna live with it. I'm not living myself doing that. Because obviously the pen is all the way the fuck back here. So that's the problem. I have like 20,000 colors and I can't figure out where everything is at the same time. And so that becomes an issue. So I'm drawing her hair in. And I use, I can use a Bic pen, with the slightly raised, sort of that oil color black look to it. And then I'll use the fine point, Sharpie fine point to do the outer edges. Gives it a much better look. Gives it a really defined look. Okay. And I think for her radio, we'll do her radio first. Let's do the radio first. I have 16 motherfucking colors on my elbow. It's not a great feeling. It's actually not a great feeling at all. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Yeah. It's looking different. And I need, like, different shades of black. I know I have a few. Yeah, things are going to get more complicated than it needs to be. Because you can't do it all in one day, but I think I can do this. Thought my computer turned on for a second. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, to be fair. But that's how you do it. You just learn as you go along. Yeah. This one was tough. I'm just not sure if I like that at all, but very little I can do to change it. Add a little bit of black pencil to that. Yeah, it gives it a more defined look. I wasn't popular with the Asian girls, but I did hang out with a couple of them. Okay. The idea is to make that look like it's unfinished and then kind of give it a more, give everything else a more defined look. But it's back to finishing the uniform. And I gave it like a light, oh fuck, that's not the color I want. The idea is to give it a light uniform outline and then have dark like extremes. And I don't think I finished that collar, and I want to finish that now. Oh, where the fuck is everything? So for now, this looks about finished. And I will show you the rest in about half an hour. Stay tuned.